brand new street and brand new me. Side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town. I already know. Couple days ago. Hey, now that our names are written in stone.
Alright, y'all. So tonight's dinner is going to be a chicken sheet pan dinner. I decided to give this a try. Probably should have got 2 of these, but you know, is what it is. So you're supposed to take this little envelope, put it in a big bowl, and break up all this seasoning. Apparently it's already supposed to be that way, but whatever. And I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of oil. This is olive oil. Okay. And you're supposed to put all your meat, and I believe, and vegetables. Okay. I got some chicken thighs I'm going to throw in here. They're mostly de-thawed. We'll put just a tad bit more oil in there. So, I'm going to go ahead and stir this up. Still think I should have just sprinkled it on. Okay, so I cut up some red skin potatoes, some celery, some onion, and I had some baby carrots. And I don't think this is going to be enough seasoning. So, just going to do the best I can and probably add my own.
I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about. I wish I could.
Alright, let me get my sheet pan out. I kind of want to have, if you're going to have to do it on 2 separate sheet pans because you have a big family like us, or your husband loves the vegetables, you're going to have to split up the meat because that's what's going to help season the vegetables. So let me get my other sheet pan. Try to do it as even as possible. Make sure that you get a good mix on each pan. We'll switch it out.
Moon is watching shallow dreams. Night is rocking her to sleep.
Since we didn't have quite enough seasoning, I'm going to drizzle just a little bit more on the vegetables, not the chicken. And then I'm just going to add some of my own seasoning. So I went into my spice cabinet and pulled out some things. So you can use a little bit of paprika, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of thyme. You can use rosemary if you like that. I'm not a fan. So I'm going to leave it out, but you could add that. And then what we'll do is we will foil over this, stick it in the oven, and it doesn't have to be perfect. My sheet pans are pretty big, so I'm just going to do most of this just to cover it, and that way it can vent on either side. And you will just cook it 400 until the chicken's done and the vegetables are pretty much soft. Alright, I'll just be back in a sec. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. I'm going to probably give the vegetables a really good stir before I serve, and we are ready. All you have to do is check your chicken, peel it apart, check it, make sure that it's, you know, done all the way, and make sure that your potatoes and carrots are fork tender and everything's ready to go. Okay, y'all, so part of me trying to pull from the pantry this week, here is another really cheap meal idea. We're gonna make chili mac or chili macaroni. What you'll typically do is just go ahead and make your normal chili and then just add a little bit of macaroni to it. So I'm going to take you through the process. I'm not going to do chopped onion in this today. I'm just going to add onion powder and I'll add that with the rest of the spices. So we're going to go ahead and start. I've already cooked about a pound or a pound and a half of ground beef and I've already drained it. Now I'm going to add back in all my things. So you need a can of diced tomatoes. I may end up adding another can of diced tomatoes. I'm just going to see. Here's 2 cans of black beans that are rinsed. And you can do any bean. You don't have to do black bean. This is kind of my own recipe that I've used for years. And so it don't always turn out the same every single time. Sometimes I have to add more or less of something. Okay, so now I'm going to add a can of tomato sauce, and usually, typically, I add about a can of water. So just take your tomato sauce can, after you've dumped the tomato sauce in, fill that up with water, add that in, and so now we'll stir it.
He's waiting to end it.
I don't know that I'll have to open another can of tomatoes. So we'll just have to see. Okay, now as far as the seasonings go, you can use the chili seasoning packets that you get in the store. That's already pre-measured for you. Me, I just eyeball everything. I know what I want in it. That's what I put in it. So, chili about this size. I would get a couple of packets and then, you know, kind of play with it. Put one in, taste it, see if it's enough. If not, put another. That's what I would do. But I'm going to do this, kind of show you. So what I'm trying to do is remove the canned tomato taste out of it. That's usually my goal. And you really can, with spices, get rid of that little bit of aftertaste. So you want to always put more chili powder in and not so much cumin. And then I add some dry cilantro. You can do fresh, it'll be okay if you do that. So, some cilantro. We didn't cook any onion in it, so I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of onion powder. And I typically don't add garlic powder, but I'm going to add a little bit today. And that just kind of needs to be an accent, not, you want your onion flavor more than you want the garlic.
Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the
Okay, let me taste it. Still need a little bit more.
hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb.
Add more or less of whatever, but we're going to be putting macaroni in this. Now, my elbow macaroni, I've already cooked it and drained it. You need to remember with the macaroni element that you're going to add to it, and I've already got this on low, by the way. The macaroni is supposed to be an accent. It's not supposed to be the main dish. The main dish is the chili. You're just going to add a little bit of a different filler so that it can go further. And so what I want to do is I want to get this hot and bubbly, heat it all the way through, and then add my macaroni, because I really don't need my macaroni cooking. I've already cooked it. Okay, so I'll meet you back here in just a few when it's ready, when I'm ready to add the macaroni. Okay, so this has been simmering a little while. I'm going to add just a touch more salt. A touch more onion powder, because I really want that flavor to come through. I'm going to stir that up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add the macaroni. And you need to watch it after this. It needs to simmer just a little bit longer, but you can go ahead and add it. And I only cooked about a cup's worth. 1 to 1.5 cups of dry macaroni will make about 2 to 3 cups of cooked. And see, just like I said, you don't need it to be overwhelming. It just needs to be a little tiny accent. So I made just a little bit. And you can also leave out the beans if you don't want to put those in there. But that's it. And this comes straight off the pantry. Threw it all together. And now it's a meal. Okay, y'all. So for our next budget meal, I threw together this macaroni and cheese. I got it from Aldi. It's shells and cheese. So what I typically do is I put together this to make a meal with a few other things. So let me get all the cheese out and then I'll show you what I need to add next.
Wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream about somebody else. I wish I could talk when the silence so loud. I wish, oh I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I would die if I saw you now. Dreams might turn into something real. Don't you give me that look, take a bow, already know. Now you gotta go. Hey, now that our names are written in stone.
Just gonna add that in. It's already been trained. Also be good with some rotel in it. But tonight I'm gonna add some frozen peas. I did boil these prior to, but you don't have to do that. And it makes one big, huge, complete meal. And it was only about $5 or less.
I would know what you're thinking about. I wish
All complete and good. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.